Hello, darlings. I'm Ella. Earlier today, I replied to a heartfelt email from Alex, one of my clients in crossdressing therapy. Alex is a well-mannered, educated young man, raised in a refined family, yet, since childhood, he has carried a quiet truth. He's always felt he was meant to be a young girl. His story touches me deeply, because as a young boy, I too felt that same longing. Together, Alex and I share not just therapy, but a bond of understanding. And now allow me to share his story with you. Alex is such a handsome young man, with the most charming smile when he first stepped into my office. He introduced himself with such politeness, yet behind those refined manners, I could sense his eagerness, his desire to share the story of his past with me.
I had never met Ella before. Yet the moment I saw her, her graceful, almost regal movements, and that disarming smile, I could hardly believe she had been born male. In our earlier messages, she confided that her past was much like mine, feeling a woman trapped within a man's body. That gave me comfort, and as I sat across from her, I longed to know how she found the strength, the determination to become the woman she was meant to be.
As Alex sat across from me, he shared his childhood. Raised in a high-class family, with a father who owned a business, he always felt different from the other boys. Quiet, reserved, uninterested in sports, and longing for dresses his mother supported, though his father did not. Wanting not to disappoint, he hid those feelings, yet the desire never left. He asked for my advice, and I told him, he is grown now, and it is time to speak openly with his father. Alex agreed, ready at last to try. The moment Alex, now Alice, stepped into my office, I was greeted by the soft, soothing fragrance of her perfume, a scent that seemed to define her very soul. She told me she finally felt reborn, living as the woman she had long wished to be. Her smile, one of the most captivating I've ever seen, paired with graceful, almost flirtatious movements, radiated warmth and comfort to everyone around her. And as she walked elegantly toward me, I couldn't help but wonder, how had she convinced her father to accept the woman she truly is?
I felt an immediate warmth the moment Ella asked how I persuaded my father to accept the woman I truly am. It made me wonder, had I been blessed with an older, wiser sister like Ella in my youth, offering gentle guidance, how very different my path might have been. As I recounted my story, I longed to draw nearer, to sit at her side, as a younger sister might when confiding her heart. Being an only child, life has often felt rather lonely, yet in Ella's presence, that loneliness seemed to soften.
As Alice shared her story, every movement, every smile, painted a beautiful picture before my eyes. Yet beneath it all, I could sense a quiet sadness within her words.
In my dreams, as Alice, I sit before my beloved piano, each delicate finger stroking the keys, each note a gentle tickle upon my heart. The music wraps around me, and as I slip into a graceful dress and heels, I feel the rush of a dancer awakening within me. My body moves freely, each step echoing the song still playing in my mind, as I dance alone in my living room. Then I imagine myself in a bridal gown, standing before the man I love. I see his handsome smile reflected in mine, and in that vision, I am his bride, his wife, forevermore. I picture myself preparing his meals, waiting tenderly for him to return from work, dreaming of the day we welcome our children. With care, I knit a scarf, so he might carry my warmth through even the coldest days. And still the dream carries me further, into a quiet path beneath the sky. I wear my favourite walking dress, soft shoes brushing the earth, as I flirt with nature itself. The gentle wind caresses my hair, my cheeks, and in that moment I cannot help but sing, carried away by the joy of simply being the woman I was always meant to be.
Alice rose to her feet, reciting her story in a poetic rhythm, slipping off her heels, savouring each moment of herself as Alice. It was then I learned her father had given her only 3 years to live this way, before returning to Alex to inherit the family company. Alice told me she accepted, believing it was the best her father could offer. Now, with just 2 years left, she lives by day and dreams by night as Alice. I asked her what she would do when the time came to return to Alex. She leaned back against the sofa, silent, until at last she whispered it was time to take her leave, her moments as Alice slowly, quietly slipping away.
I bid farewell to Ella, whom I cherish as an elder sister. All feels so dreamlike, but for now I shall dream a little longer as Alice. In my dream, I am my father's dearest girl, held close as though I were his most precious treasure. In my dream, I lean gently against his shoulder, and he looks upon me with pride, not as a son, but as his beautiful daughter. In my dream, his smile tells me I am enough, just as I am. And in my dream, I wish I could remain there forever, never waking, only dreaming.